and it's finally time to make my favorite video on the channel. I'm gonna share with you all of my completed pages from the past 2 months, July and August, and that's because I've noticed I have less time to color recently, so I decided to combine 2 months in just one video, and in that way I have a little more to share. I don't stress, and you have a little more to see. In this couple months, I completed a total of 10 pages in 9 books, all of these books, and 7 of those books were untouched, which is great for me getting started on those books, so I'm really happy with what I did in the last 2 months. I have a total of 53 books in my collection, and I've only colored in 20 of them, which is a shame because I want to share the love to all of my books, but the time for those books will come, and I'll be happy to share with you what I color in the future. I was thinking of maybe doing a video of my coloring book collection, but I don't know if you will be interested in watching so many untouched books. But it's something that I really would like to share with you because I love to see coloring book collection videos as well. So maybe soon that will be on the channel, but let me know in the comments what you think about it. Okay, so I'm going to put all of my books aside and I'll start showing you what I've colored. So first, let me get this straight. I'm gonna zoom in a little. There. First, I like to show you. First book I like to show you will be Small Big Trees by Joanna Basford, and this book has a story with me because I didn't know if I wanted to keep it or not. I actually detached it from my collection sometime before, but then I thought I would like it to buy it again because I really like the idea of this little small illustration to color, because that means less time. So I decided to give it a try again and buy it. So the page that I did is this one. It's a really simple color palette. I've tried to keep it simple and relaxing for me. Let me take this off. It took me a couple hours to get it finished, and I went for supplies that I feel confident with. And what I've used, at first I used washi tapes to cover the borders, and I used masking fluid to cover the illustration. The masking fluid that I used is Winsor & Newton. Is this one right here. And I used as well these little silicone brushes. Well, I don't know how you call them. I think it's pencil or silicone brushes. They are not a brush, but they, well, you see. I use this silicone brushes, I think. Yeah, because they are not pencils. And I use this really small one to cover all the little details on this illustration, because they are really small, the leaves and the flowers and everything. And I use inks on the background because I really like the gradient and the blend that they give on the background. It's really easy and fast. That's why I like to use them. And I didn't use the distress inks because I was on my regular art supply store and I bought this. It's like a cheap brand. It's called Recollections, but I use these inks to do the background, and I use Prismacolor pencils on the whole image, and an acrylic gold paint, this one, for some of the details on the illustration there and here. And I use as well my shimmer spritz, shimmer spritz, to spray it all over the page, so it's nice and shimmery. And yeah, you can see it right there, so beautiful. It's not the page, but I really enjoyed the process. At least simple color palette. And yeah, that was my page on Small Big Trees by Joanna Vaz for first one. Then I color in this beautiful book, A Million Magical Creatures by Lulu Mayo. And the page that I did, it's this really cute flying kitty. And I love this page so much because of the color palette. I think this is one of my favorite color palettes, if not my favorite. I really like how purples, pinks and oranges and yellows go together. They're just really fantastic looking. And I really enjoy coloring this page. It was easy. I used new color tubes on the background. Prisma, well, it was for the pencil work. I used a combination of Burfuners, the pastel set that I have, macaron set, some polychromos for the shades on the kitty, and Prismacolor pencils. And this was my first time using the Coliro watercolor. I recently bought these Coliro pearl colors and gold and silver, and I highly recommend them because they are really, if I can open it, they are really like opaque and shiny, so shiny. This Inca Gold is one of my favorite colors. Okay, yeah, highly recommend this. If you're looking for a watercolor that it's opaque enough and really shimmery, I really recommend this one. And I love to use it on this page. I did some little details on the wings and all the stars and everything. Look at the wings, they are so beautiful. I love this. I really enjoyed this page a lot, and it looks really shiny. Yeah, I wish I had used acrylic paints on the clouds. I didn't, but I can always come again and cover the lines on the clouds. But I'm really happy with the result. I think I'm too there. Yeah, really happy. Oh, I use language gel pens on the kitty, on this part of the marks on the body. But you can barely notice. It was just a little detail. And I use as well a Signal gold gel pen to cover the lines here. And well, you can barely notice a difference between the watercolor and the gel pen, but I need to use the gel pen here because of the texture of the pencils. The watercolors don't run as they did here, so I needed to use something that can cover everything without leaving the spots. And that was my page, and In a Million Magical Creatures by Lulu Mayo. Next coloring page, it's on Party by Hannah Carlson, and I really wanted to try her style and to see what I can do with it. And the page that I color are these little dogs, so cute. again, I used distress for this time. I used distress inks for the background to keep it simple and fast. I used just Prismacolor pencils because I wanted to test the paper, and I use again because I didn't had at the moment the Color metallic watercolors. I use this acrylic paint for the dots on the ribbons. Well, I don't know how you call those, but there. And this as well is just pencil work. Just a simple page. I didn't know how I wanted to color the dogs. I had to use a little deep reference to color them. But I really know that I wanted a colorful background. And I think I achieved that goal with the background. It feels like they have a party on the background. So yeah, I like the page. Simple. It didn't took me a lot. And I will be coloring more in this book this month because it's my birthday month and the book is called Party. So maybe I'll be coloring some of the images. I like the rabbit one. I don't know if it's the next one. So yeah, this one, maybe it's a birthday cake. Yeah, probably I'll be coloring some more in this book this next month. It's a really cute book. And that was Party by Hannah Carson. Oh, that was previously an untouched book. So this is the first one of the 7. Next book will be Hidden Earth by Rita Berman. And the page that I've colored, oops, this page right here, the tea party. I use a bunch of things on this page. It was fun. I noticed something different on this page that I use again distress inks masking fluid to cover all the image before I do the background. I cover everything with a masking, no, with a washi tape. But I've noticed that after I pull the masking fluid off these objects, they had like a different texture on the paper. So I don't know if that's the real texture of the paper, and I want to try to color something without using distress inks on the background so I can try the paper as properly. I use a combination of brute tuners, pastels, and Prismacolor pencils. I really like the color palette. This was the first time that I tried a color palette. I planned a page. Like, I really planned this page before I started coloring. I have here my little notebook where I do my swatches and everything. And here I planned my page for the first time to see if the page will look cohesive after I put the colors that I was planning to use. And I really wanted good combinations of colors that I can blend. So sometimes I use colors that don't go together as I want to, and I feel like the page is ruined, and I didn't want it to happen this time because this was a previously untouched book, and if I feel like a page is not well done in my terms, I just won't be wanting to color again in that book. So that really helped me this time. I had to pull out all of my sets of color pencils to do the color combination for the objects. I used, well, as I said, I used this, for this time I used distress inks for the background, real distress inks. Then I use Brufuners, Polychromos and Prismacolor pencils on all of the objects. I used the Coliro watercolors for the details in gold. I did some splatters of paint around. It has shiny details. It looks very pretty and harmonious. And I used a white Signo gel pen to cover the bee's wings, to do the shine on the honey and the teapot. What else I've used? I've used gouache to do this kind of grass, and some acrylic paints to do the fur on the bees. I really like that detail. It's just a little detail, but I think it adds a lot to the page. All of my bees are fluffy. Yeah, I'm happy with this page. I'm happy that it's my first page on this book because I really like it, and I feel like that will make me feel that I want to come back to this book. And that was Rita Berman's Hidden Earth. Next book was another untouched book. It's Creepy Kawaii Halloween, and this is from, well, I don't know if I can pronounce her name. It's right here. It's Ella Jarsobek. I don't know if I feel that name, but it's right there if you want to see more of this book. I'm so excited to color more in this book. It's just a beautiful book. It's real cute. I'm really planning to color next in this page. I just can see it with a lot of light sources around the pumpkin head. Well, yeah, talking about the page that I did, I was looking for a page that is not too Halloweeny, because it was already, I mean, it was not time for Halloween when I was coloring it. I think it was on July. This is it? Yeah, it says July. So I wanted so badly to color in this book, but I felt like wrong coloring something that it wasn't the season. So I tried this page. I used just alcohol markers as a base, washi tape on the borders because I really wanted to look dark. Yeah, I wasn't feeling right with the white borders. I really didn't like it. So I used this wood. I like washi tape. I use, as I said, alcohol markers on the background, and the background was really streaky. I didn't like that, so I thought to cover the lines of the streakiness of the alcohol marker, because it's such a big space, I used just a white Prismacolor pencil to do all the details of the clouds, and I really enjoyed that part. Coloring clouds is so relaxing. I recommend it. And it's a real easy method to color in alcohol marker, because I didn't have to use another shade more than white. Yes, a really simple page. I use only alcohol markers and Prismacolor pencils. Look at the clouds. I'm proud of those clouds. And yeah, I really like the color palette. It was an easy one, and it really took me a lot to color this page. And I wasn't worried about that much detail because this book is supposed to be fun, bold lines and everything. So yeah, that was my page in Creepy Kawaii Halloween, and I'm planning to color more in this book in this season. And maybe my first page for, well, my second page in this book will be this one. I really like it. Next book is Cutie Darlings, a Grayscale coloring book by Serendipity. And when I bought this book, I was thinking, well, I realized that I really like to color in Grayscale illustrations because they are really easy and it makes you not to feel worried about your shading. So I decided to buy this book, and the illustration that I color, I don't know what I'm looking for it, if I have the post-it here, the bookmark, is this one. I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I know it's not longer mermaid, but when I saw this illustration, it was really calling for me. She's real pretty. I really like her, and I was really wanting to try some more skin combinations. And this is a video on the channel in one of my updates. So I've called the video Momo's Coloring Diaries, but those are really updates. And it was one day that I decided just to color skin, and I decided to color her. And I was trying a new skin color combination. So if you're interested in skin color combinations, you can look for that video on the channel. I will leave in the description the link to the video. And all of this is done with just alcohol markers as a base, but I use it only on her. And then the background is all done with just straight pencil, which was difficult because of the paper. It's not the best paper in the world, but I didn't want it to leave it in blank. I use as well Polar Ribbon's watercolors to do her tail because I really wanted to make it shiny, and a gel signal in silver for those details. She has a tattoo here and a tattoo here, so I covered it with the gel pen, and I think this one turned out really good. I mean, it was fun discovering new color combinations for the pink and making her hair real magical and fantasy looking. I think I use the shimmer spritz, but in silver. I have two. I have one in gold and one in silver, but that one I didn't shake it well properly as I should, so it's not showing as I wanted to. And you can see a little bit of shine on the page, but barely, because it wasn't okay. Yeah, I didn't do it right. And that's my page. I'm really happy to have another page done in this book. I showed a little bit more of the illustration on the video that I have on the channel, but the illustrations are just beautiful. And don't worry if you feel like the grayscale is too dark, because at the end, when you apply opaque colors like Prismacolors or polychromos even, you can cover those lines easily. Yeah, that was on Cutie Darlings by Serendipity. Grayscale coloring book. Next, I have Wildflower Folk by Christine Karen. And this one and the Wonders Folk are one of my favorite coloring books that I have in my collection. I really love both. I've colored 2 pages on this book. This was the first one because I've been really enjoying coloring skin and discovering new color combinations. Coloring people is just, and the grayscale is just relaxing for me. I don't need to worry about my shading, and that's the best thing to do. I love it so much. I really like it. And when I saw this illustration, I thought that she was really stunning. Like, she's gorgeous, she's so sexy, and I wanted to color her with a dark skin. So this is my first attempt coloring a dark skin ever, and I'm really happy and proud with how it came out. It was so fun coloring her skin. I used only polychromos on this illustration because the shades of the skin that I wanted to use were on that set. I didn't do a background. I regret that because I would like this to be more boom, but it's not like that. I mean, it is, but not. But that helps me. So in the future, I will try to make a background first and then color everything, all the rest, because I want this book to be completed in one day. I love all of the illustrations. And I use only polychromos and Neocolor 2s on the background to try to make a background, because when I finished the whole illustration, I thought that something was missing. So I tried to do an idea of a background. But I'm really proud of this illustration. I like how this part of the clothes looks translucent, and her skin and her hair, I just think that I did a good job. Good, Monica. Next one is the Troll Girl. I mean, I was in a mood of coloring skin these past 2 months, so I wanted to try something like fantasy looking. And I felt like in my world, trolls have the skin like a stone. So I decided to make it kind of bluish. At the end, I feel like she's looking like an avatar. Like a Navi. I'm sorry, like an avatar. No, like a Navi from Avatar. That's right. But I'm still happy with how it turned out. I only used polychromos on this illustration as well, and a little bit of basing in alcohol marker just on this part of the clothes, the branches and the stones and the background, not on her. She's done only with completely colors, and I use a little bit of acrylic marker on the shiny details on the stone. I mean, on the jewelry here on her ears and on this necklace that she has. But I'm really happy with this one, and I hope to see this book feeling a little bit more. It's one of my books to complete on the future, because I tried, but I'm not able to do a project book because of the time that I have, and I want to share the love with all of my books. But this can be a project to finish or complete eventually. And that was Wildflower Folk by Christine Karen. I did one in July and one in August. Next, I've colored in Serendipity by R.J. Hampson, and this as well is one of my books to finish eventually. And this was a body color with Karu. You can find her at Instagram as Mystarseed, and the page that we color is this one, and it's called The Sunshine, It's a Glorious Birth. This was a really fun page to color, and it was a fun body color as well. We were sending messages with Karu of our updates, and in those messages we discovered that we both speak Spanish, and that was really funny when we find out. I'm going to show you Karu's page here on the screen, and it's just amazing. All of her color choices and how calm and relaxing the page turned out. It's beautiful. She told me she colored everything with water-based markers, and I'm really impressed on her skills she used them, because I really don't feel confident with them at all. It's just a fabulous page, and the look of the frogs, they contrast so well from the background, and they look super cute as well. It was super fun, and thank you so much, Karu, for this body, and I hope we can color more in the future. What I use on my page, well, let me remember, because it feels like a whole year has passed. Yeah, I use alcohol markers on the background, as a base. I tried to do shading with the alcohol markers, but I really didn't like how the colors were coming out. So I did all of the pencil work with just Prismacolor pencils, and I have a lot of fun coloring the water. I wanted to do something different. Oops. Ooh. Okay, Mochi. Yeah, she's not Charlie. Now we have another cat that has the need to be here on my desk while I'm doing something related to coloring. Excuse me, Mochi, I need to keep doing the video. Thank you. As I was saying, I really wanted to do something different with the water, because when I think of water, I just think in blues. But then I remembered that the water were of ponds and rivers sometimes are not that color, they are actually kind of greenish. So I tried that combination here on my illustration. I used a reference image, I don't have it right now, but I used a reference, and I use a little bit of acrylic markers on the, I don't know if you will call the reflection or the movement of the water, and some Paul Rubens watercolors on the dragonfly's wings, and a sakura jelly roll on the details of the flowers, and on Mr. Fogarty clothes. I'm really happy with this page. It was so fun. I really enjoyed the process. And that was another page from In Serendipity. I'm happy because this book is slowly having more coloring pages, and I'm really happy with all of them. So I was thinking on coloring the background, because I don't like it to be just blank, like white. So maybe in the future I will be deciding in another color to cover the borders like it did here. I think it just adds a little more and makes the page to feel a little more finished. Yeah. Okay. Serendipity by R.J. Hampson. And the final book I have here to show you, it's Mythographic Magical Earth by Joseph Caddenbank. And this was actually another watercolor with two of my lovely friends from Instagram, Pauline and Irene. Pauline is on Instagram and Q on YouTube as Pauline Other Stuff, and you can find Irene as well on Instagram as Funguslovecolour. And I will put their names on screen if you want to follow them and see more of their great art. Excuse me. No. And the page should be colored. Sorry. What's this one? Okay. It's a very dramatic page. I will pop up first on screen Pauline's and Irene's pages, so you can see how beautiful they turn out. They are beautiful and super magical in their own ways. I really love how Irene went for a more soft and harmonious look, really emphasizing the dramatic feeling of the illustration, and all the vibrant and bold colors that Pauline chose for her page are just amazing. Like, she managed to get a really high contrast on her page, and I love how magical they both look. Yeah, I really enjoyed this body, and the Pauline and Irene had been coloring with me for a couple times with this one, and I really enjoyed to see both the pages of us three, because they always turn out so different but beautiful in their own ways. So thank you so much to both of you for coloring with me and helping me to get another Mythographic page done. This was previously one of the untouched books that I had on these months, so thank you so much for helping me to complete another page in a Mythographic book. Those are really challenging for me, and I'm excited to color again in our next Mythographic body color that we have planned for this September. Okay, so in my page, what I use in my page. So in my page I've used soft pastels for the background, for the sky, alcohol markers to base on the foreground, and Prismacolor pencils to shade everything. And I use a little bit of acrylic markers to do the movement of the water there, and a little bit of acrylic marker here on the, I don't know if they are firelights, I mean, how do you call them? Fireflies? Or just magical lights, but they are something. And I really like the final result, but I wish I had colored it a little more magically like the girls. But those their pages will help me to feel more inspired to color differently in other pages. And I'm really happy with the gradient that I managed to create on the sky, and the little detail of the sun rays that I got here. Yeah, it's a little detail, but I think it adds more to the page. And that was my page, Mythographic Magical Earth by Joseph Caddenbank. And that was the final book that I had to show you. So those were my completed pages for the last 2 months. If I had to choose which ones are my favorites, I can decide in between these two. Those both are real different, but I really like the result from both. This one because it's so colorful and shiny, and this one because I really like her skin and how it turned out. So yeah, these both are my favorites. So let me know in the comments which one is your favorite page that I've colored in the last 2 months. And thank you so much for being here, for stopping by and enjoying a little bit of time here with me. If you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up. That will really help the channel. Thank you so much for the new subscribers. The channel in the last, what it was, 4 months has grown a lot, and I'm really thankful for all the people that it's following me right now. And yeah, have a wonderful week. Enjoy your coloring, and bye bye.